If you're looking for the ultimate food delivery electric bike, this is the one for you. This is the Movin Turbo. Love the color scheme here, and the different colored front spokes is kind of nice because the bright orange lets everybody know you're coming. It holds a lot of weight back here, so this is technically classified as kind of like a cargo e-bike, but with a really nice design. Very comfortable ergonomic handles, but really what sets this apart is you're gonna get about a 100-mile range on this, which is like 8 or 9 hour shift delivering food. So for food delivery, this is the ultimate e-bike. We're going to take it on the road. We'll talk about all the specs, all of that in today's video. And we're even going to put it in real world testing. We're going to find out everything about this e-bike in today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go. All right, guys, so I'm out here riding on the Movin Turbo electric UL certified e-bike, and I wanted to mention that is UL certified. That is super important. It is UL 2271 certified. It has a massive 1200 watt hour battery, and that's really what sets this apart, is that range. You're going to get that long 100-mile range, which is about 9 hours of use, which is pretty darn impressive. Probably one of the longest range bikes that I have ever used, and certainly in this class of e-bike. So it does come in the vivid orange, as you can see here, but you can also get frost white or matte black if you're just not a fan of orange. I just think the orange looks great. I like the way they offset the tires as well. So we're going to talk about the tires, the rims. We're going to talk about all the specs right now. So let's get right into it. So first of all, the motor. The motor is a 48 volt, 500 watt brushless rear hub motor. It does have some special stuff with this motor here, so you can climb up to 20 degrees on this e-bike without any fuss at all, which I really appreciate. As far as battery, it does have a, like I mentioned, a UL certified 2271, which is a 25 amp hour Samsung lithium ion battery. It brings you like 9 to 10 hours of riding, which I think is super awesome. And it does come with a set of keys, so you can remove that battery as well. With pedal assist on a bike like this, you can accelerate with 5 different levels. It is a cadence sensor, which I personally prefer. It's a half twist grip throttle as well. And you know, you get that 500 watt power on demand when you want it, when you have a great cadence system like this. As far as your suspension, it is an adjustable Suntour spring suspension, which really helps with those bumps. You just don't feel them. It's like warm as butter. It's great. And these wheels, I want to get into these wheels a little bit because they are 26-inch wheels, so they're the full-size wheels. They're 2.1 inches. They are puncture-resistant tires. That's really important to know, guys. It has a mesh layer, which is designed to handle things like gravel, urban streets, trails, mud, all that. Pretty much anywhere your turbo e-bike can go, these tires will keep you moving. As far as the lights go, these are 30 lux brightness lights, so they are integrated tail lights as well, and a brake light indicator, so that's kind of nice as well. The brakes are Tektro hydraulic system brakes. And one thing I like about these brakes that some e-bikes don't have is it has a motor cutoff technology. So when you hit those brakes, even if you're throttling, it's going to cut the motor off. That's super important because you won't wear out your brakes. A lot of people accelerate and they hit their brakes at the same time. You guys don't do that. You're going to ruin your brakes on your e-bikes. And another cool thing is the rear rack. So this rear rack holds 110 pounds. And that's kind of why this e-bike is so great for things like food delivery, or even if you want to have a second passenger in the back, or you want to go to the grocery store and pick up a bunch of cargo, because most rear racks on e-bikes, especially this style, can only handle about 25 to 35 pounds. Guys, this is a 110 pound weight capacity. So you could put a smaller passenger back there. You can put your pets back there. You can put bags back there, groceries, all that stuff. So I really appreciate that they thought about the rear rack as well, because a lot of people, a lot of companies out there will just throw a cheap little rack back there that's not integrated into the frame. They just can't hold a lot of weight. It does come standard, as you can see, with fenders as well, so you won't get splashed by any mud if it does rain out there. I really like this e-bike, guys. Let me give you my final thoughts on the Movin Turbo. All right, guys, let me know what you thought about the Turbo bike by Movin. This company has locations in Canada and the United States. but they ship everywhere. So if you are in either of those locations, you're going to get this really fast. In fact, this one came from New York and I got it in just 2 days here in Ohio. So the shipment was really quick. Now, if you're on the West Coast, it may take a couple extra days. Obviously, they can't control shipment times, but they are shipping and they ship really fast all over the place. So I was really impressed with the speed at which I got it. And then once I got it, the assembly process was very, very easy. And that's a big thing when you're buying an e-bike, is especially when you buy it online. How easy is it to put together? This was effectively put together. I just had to do a couple things with the pedals up here on the handlebars, but otherwise it was completely built. It took me about 15 minutes. So I was out on the road really, really fast. The battery did come at about, the battery's right here. The battery did come at about 60% charge when I first got it. So I was able to take it for a test ride right out of the bat. But you definitely want to charge your battery up fully to get the full effect of the long range of this. And like I mentioned, up to 100-mile range, which is really impressive on a single battery system. And I think part of it is because of the weight of the bike. It's actually a pretty light bike for this style. I did want to mention it does have a front lockable suspension, so you are going to be able to absorb some of those bumps. There is no rear suspension, however, so with this type of bike, you would normally put most of your weight up front anyway. And then if you hit a bump, you're going to absorb it right up front. Does come standard with the back rack, which is integrated into the frame. So that's how you're going to get that heavier weight. You add a basket, maybe a food delivery bag back there. You can stick food in there, and it can handle both you and that because of the weight that this can handle. It is a removable battery as well. So if you live in cold climates, you can remove it with the included keys right out of the frame and then take it inside in the winter. Also for added security, you can remove that as well. It does have a front headlight, however, it's not the largest or brightest headlight, so I wouldn't say this is one of those. I mean, you could ride it at night, but it doesn't have a big headlight. If you wanted to do that, you could probably upgrade the headlight, which I would recommend if you are going to be doing food delivery at night in the city. Definitely upgrade the headlight. That's the only bad thing I can say about this. This was a very comfortable ride, surprisingly comfortable seat, incredibly comfortable handlebars. Brakes worked really good. 7-speed shifter shifted without any problems. So if you're pedaling a lot, you can use your shifter, no problem at all. It does utilize a half twist throttle versus a thumb throttle. So you would just rotate the handles right here on the inside with these 2 fingers and you take off on this, and it had tons of torque. So you can get up those hills if you are maybe San Francisco, Seattle, somewhere with a lot of hills when you are delivering food. Now, you don't have to use this just for food delivery. You can use this for other purposes as well. It is nice to be able to have one of these big e-bikes. And a bike like this, you could actually put a child seat back here as well because it holds so much weight. So if you're a family and you wanted to bring kids with you, that's an option as well. Really like this e-bike. Give it a thumbs up, guys. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know with the comment right down below this video. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. And again, if you want to get one of these, I'll put links down in the description section to get you right to it. With any discounts I do find, I'll make sure to include that as well. Thanks again, everybody. Bye.